Television has died. Frank Venner, a former 13 ABC employee, was diagnosed with cancer in May, lost his battle last night. Tonight we remember the man who is known as a local television icon. Frank Venner was a broadcasting legend and a longtime member of the 13 ABC family. Described as a Toledo TV pioneer, Venner got his start in radio, then jumped into television as an anchor and a news director.
He was a man of his word and a very polished individual. And he left a legacy that I would guess no one living today will ever do, and that is that his entire career was with one station, Channel 13.
I'm Frank Venner, 13 Strong You's. Commitment to the community is caring about its youth and giving them a place to speak out on topics important to them. That's why you'll see high school editorials as a part of our newscast. We do it because we feel getting the youth of our community to talk about their problems is the first step towards solving them. 13 Strong.
He co-anchored the Venner Ward Report with Gordon Ward and coined the phrase weather in the weather.
He had to learn to write backwards, and he did it beautifully.
Bill Harris worked with Frank Venner for decades.
Very often I would go to Frank with ideas, or I would go to him with questions that I had about my ideas. Do you think this will work, Frank? Do you think that'll work, Frank? And he was a guy that you could approach. Very approachable.
Year after year, Frank Venner was in our homes, bringing us the day's news.
I saw a bulletin come over, and the bulletin said, Kennedy shot.
The most difficult time, the Kennedy assassination in 1963. Frank Venner was there helping us get through it.
It was mind-boggling. All of our hearts were just racing. Since nothing like that had ever happened before, nobody really knew how to react.
After he retired, Venner took a turn toward politics. He took on Marcy Kaptur for Congress. Kaptur won, but it was a close race. However, Frank Venner's heart was really in journalism.
He's the only person I knew who typed with only one finger, not one on each hand, the right index finger.
In 1998, he helped anchor our coverage of John Glenn's Discovery launch and continued to serve as a special correspondent for 13 ABC. Frank Venner was a Toledo legend, and tonight we honor his legacy.
Now, some days I do more listening in my job than I do talking. I meet a lot of different people who have a lot to say, and I'm proud to be able to give them a chance to let their voices be heard. From my trips to our nation's capital, feedbacks on my editorials, students who want to get their opinions across. I've been communicating with people for a long time. The one thing I've learned is that you've got to let them know you care about what they have to say. I hope that shows in the work I do.
It certainly did. Frank Venner leaves behind 6 children. Funeral is set for Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock at Jesu Church in Toledo. Coming up, we're hitting the road for a good